Thank you very much, Wojciech, and thank you very much to the organizers for putting together such a nice program. This is my third time in Bilbao, and the second time was just 2 weeks ago, and it's getting more and more each time a pleasure to be here. I'm very excited to talk to you today about emotions. So with the 3 conferences this talk unites, it's a lot about AI and data, and this talk will in particular talk about artificial intelligence. Will it have emotions? Will it need to recognize and even show, but even have emotions? A big discussion and a lot of technology. So deep learning, deep feelings, and the subtitle large models, larger emotions, because we will see that we will be talking a lot about emergent, emotional intelligence. So in other words, in large models we have all these different things that they can solve, that they weren't extra trained for. Does this include that they can recognize and show emotions? Does it even include that they have emotions? So why do all this? And in particular, I'm doing it since a quarter century, so since 25 years. It's called affective computing, dealing with emotions or affect and computing. And usually we were rather considered weird with our idea to have computers talk about emotions, have them, show them, and so on. I was, for example, running European projects on teaching autistic children with computers about emotion and social behavior. Now, people were saying, how can you use computers to teach emotions? Computers are the autistic ones, right? And meanwhile, this has changed massively because meanwhile we have headlines and articles like this one. Third-party evaluators perceive AI as more compassionate than expert humans. That is a research article, and that is a news headline coming from that. Can AI be your therapist? Study shows ChatGPT outperforms professionals in key areas. And another example is this one, when ELISA meets therapists, a Turing test for the heart and mind, and a headline, people find AI more compassionate than mental health experts. This is ongoing, and in the lab where I used to be a visitor for some time in Geneva, they just recently found that AI is better in emotional intelligence than humans, at least in the tests they did, and it designs good emotional intelligence tests too. So the question is, do we already have emotional AI and what can it do? And today I want to talk to you about the state of play in affective computing, and for that, let me start with a little demo of talking to ChatGPT, and what we see here is something we enhanced a little bit because ChatGPT recognizes emotions from your words, not from your tone of voice. We also plugged in speech emotion recognition, so on the left side you will see the usual ChatGPT responding, on the right side where it is enhanced by acoustic emotion recognition.
Hey,